Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Duck33 and welcome back to some more Far Cry content. So this video is another Far Cry 6 video, and today we're going to be taking a look at 5 guns that I would like to see return in Far Cry 6. This is mainly across the 3 main franchises, so this is 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. This is in no particular order, by the way. Number 5 is the 308 carbine. This sniper was actually really fun. It was really fun to mess around with. It didn't come with a scope by nature, so as you can see, you kind of could just go around literally no scoping people. And it was really fun to do just that. It was bolt action, and although this is very similar to, I think it's like the M700 or something in Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, those both came with a scope. The main thing about the 308 is that it does not come with a scope, which makes it a lot more fun, in my opinion. I really enjoy weapons that don't have a scope, just because I'm a very aggressive sniper, at least when it comes to these types of games. I might have already mentioned this, it is bolt action, so it does fire one bullet at a time. But yeah, it's an all-around great weapon. I know it one-shots to the head, like literally every weapon in this game. I'm not sure if it one-shots to the body, however. I know it doesn't in PvP, because me and my friends have messed around with it in arcade, but we haven't, I haven't tested it in the campaign. Usually I do use it as a conventional sniper, but yeah, I mean, it's a fun gun, but there are better snipers out there. I would say the SA-50 in Far Cry 5 is a really fun gun, or just a better sniper in general. Anyways, yeah, the 308, it's a really fun gun to use. I'd love to see it return in Far Cry 6, especially considering we're gonna get like rooftop combat, and I think snipers will be really good for that sort of thing. Especially, well, just because of the long-range nature. Moving up on to the next one on our list is the Z93 sniper rifle from Far Cry 3. So this sniper was probably the best sniper in Far Cry 3. It supported incredibly high damage, the ability to have a silencer, adjustable zoom, and pretty good reload speed, along with pretty good magazine size. Along with the biggest selling point on this sniper, at least for me, is that it could one-hit heavies to the head. So you'll see later in this clip that I do indeed kill a heavy with, I might even kill multiple heavies with a headshot, which made this sniper an amazing backup, because besides this, the only way to kill a heavy is with a takedown, which you have to be in takedown position, I guess you could say. I don't really know what to call it. But yeah, you had to be able to do a takedown, which if you weren't able to do a takedown and you went up close to a heavy, you were most likely dead. So this provides a very, very nice backup to the heavy takedown. And yeah, it's just an overall really good sniper. It's also good at destroying vehicles. Obviously, explosives are going to be your best option for that, but if you're going for bullet damage, it's not bad. The only downside to this gun is that you unlock it pretty late in the game, but obviously we're talking about Far Cry 6, so it's possible they could have sort of a Far Cry 5 approach where you unlock it after X amount of progress, which I guess is kind of how it is in Far Cry 3. Yeah, it was a really powerful sniper rifle, and no other sniper, to my knowledge, has this amount of power. I don't think there is actually any way in Far Cry 5 to kill heavies with a gun unless you use armor penetrating, but that's not really... That's kind of its own thing. And I've checked all over the Far Cry 4 page, and I still can't find this weapon. Moving on is the P226 from Far Cry 5. This gun is honestly a really good generic pistol. It's got overall better stats than the 1911, which automatically just makes it a better choice than the 1911. It's silver, which makes it nice and pretty, which is always a plus. We like silver here. Yeah, and it can equip all mods, like all weapons in Far Cry 5 can. But it's honestly just a generic pistol. It's a really good generic pistol. And honestly, if the Deagle didn't exist, I would rank it number 1. The only reason I rank the Deagle higher is because it's just power, and pure power, unlimited power. But the P226 is a really nice early game weapon, and it's on par with the Deagle, because the Deagle you really can't get into later because you don't have enough money. This gun, I think it only costs about 2,300, which isn't too hard as long as you can get it within John's region, or I guess just your first region, whatever it may be. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get. You just have to do side missions, and yeah, I think that it's just kind of an upgraded 1911, which is good. I like guns that are just upgraded generics. Like the 6P9, I believe is what it's called, in Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. That's just an upgraded version of the 1911. So yeah, I'd love to see this gun return. It was an awesome pistol and my main sidearm. Next up is the Autocross from Far Cry 4. Now, this is my go-to sidearm in that game. Some of you guys may know that I am all about stealth. I don't really like going in loud and proud unless I'm playing with friends and really want to screw them over. Otherwise, I will go full stealth. Now, you just saw me blow my cover by missing 4 consecutive shots with the Autocross. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad weapon by any means. It has the potential, it is one-shot potential, and it is essentially a bow that can fire semi-automatically. It is incredibly powerful. And honestly, I find myself using it even if I'm not in a situation where I need to have a silenced weapon. Now, do I think this gun would fit into the context of the tropically environment of whatever it's called, the place where Far Cry 6 is taking place? I can't remember the name right now. Starts with a Y. Do I think it will fit in? Not really. But do I think it would be an awesome addition? Yes. I don't know why it's not in Far Cry 5. Maybe Ubisoft thought it was too overpowered. I'll agree, it is pretty powerful. Yeah. It's just an overall great weapon. One of the big pluses to it is that it allows you to carry a sniper as well. And you get double animal skins for killing animals with it. So it technically counts as a bow. Yeah. It allows you to carry a sniper, which is one of the big things for me, because I'm always, like, carrying either a bow or a sniper. But like I always switch between the two because, you know, bows have their benefits, snipers have their own benefits, and they kind of contest with each other. But this allows me to basically have both, because I can have a bow in one hand and a bow in one slot, and then a sniper in another, which makes it very, very, very good, especially when trying to be stealthy. So yeah, overall this gun is awesome, and I'd love to see it in Far Cry 6. Again, I don't think it would really fit with the jungly theme that game supports. Let's see, next up is the, let's see, what's it called? Yes, lastly, actually, is the P416. Now, I'm using the signature version of this gun, which is called the Bushman, and in my opinion, the best weapon in Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. Aside from maybe the Z93 from Far Cry 3. But this gun is really your best assault rifle. If you're going for assault rifles, this is probably the way to go. The only downside is that normally in Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, this gun cannot support a silencer unless you get the signature Bushman. However, assuming Ubisoft goes with the system they went with when they did Far Cry 5, I think that it will be likely that we'll be able to equip our own silencers onto weapons, with the exception of things like the Deagle and other high-power, loud and proud weapons. So yeah, I do think it would be reasonable for Ubisoft to allow us to put a silencer on this weapon. Other than that, it is really, really good. It has a nice balance between accuracy, magazine size, damage, all that good stuff that you really want on a weapon like this. So yeah, overall, this weapon would really be... I'd really enjoy this weapon to be back. And I know that they kind of brought it back in Far Cry 5 with the ARC, but this weapon had very good accuracy and handling, which is something that the ARC does not have. I hate the ARC because it has crazy insane recoil, and I hate it. So yeah, that is my top 5 weapons that I would like to see in Far Cry 6. Let me know what kind of weapons you guys would like down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you guys really enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Get that hype train started for Far Cry 6. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.